Well, welcome to Horse Business Builders, y'all. If this is your first time here, this is where we help you build profitable and sustainable businesses that actually work for you so that you can focus on the things that you love doing, that you're great at, and that you're meant to be doing, not all the other stuff. And today, we're going to keep this very practical. We're going to keep this very tactical, and we're going to dive into the topic that many of you guys have sent comments, messages, reaching out to us about, saying, I struggle with promoting myself. I struggle with promoting my business, or in a very practical business sense, I struggle with marketing my business, and in turn, I need more customers. And if that's you, it doesn't matter whether your business is a one-man show or a one-woman show. It doesn't matter whether you have a team of 10 people. The number one need that every horse business has, whether you're just getting started, you're going through a growth phase, where you're trying to make sure you have a consistent demand, is we need more of the right customers in our business. And so I'm going to break this down in this video, but I want to be very, very upfront with you about this, is that, or podcast, if you're listening on the podcast, we always appreciate you guys too, is I'm not going to be able to cover every single little thing that goes into overcoming the struggle of promoting your business. And if you want to go deeper, my number one recommendation to you is completely free. And it's a link down in the comments to the free Horse Business Builders community. Because when you get access to that, number one, it's great for networking because it's only for horse professionals. And there's an amazing, amazing network of horse professionals in there. But two, you get access to tons of resources like this video, like this podcast, and many, many, many others. And you can get involved in the group discussions, and you can get direct feedback from myself, from Meredith, from our team, as well as from other professionals that are going through the same exact struggles, the same exact processes, and are dedicated to actually building real businesses in the horse industry that allow you to serve your horses, to serve your clients, to serve your family at a very high level. So that would be my number one recommendation. If you get through this video, this podcast, and you're like, I need more, I want more, go join it. There's an app. You can download it for free. You can join for free. You can get access to everything I just said, okay? Because our whole focus here is to give you the strategies, to give you the systems, to give you the tools, to give you the support that you need to build a successful business, so that together as individuals, as horse professionals that we all are, the more that we do that within our own businesses, the more that we get our own businesses, our own houses in order, the better this entire industry gets. Together we rise, right? So if you guys get emails from me, you know I use that quite a lot because it's a core belief. It's something that we really ground ourselves in as we go into helping you guys in your businesses. And so enough of that. Let's keep going and let's dive in here. So why would we struggle with promoting our businesses? Why would we struggle with promoting ourselves? And a lot of people go, well, I just don't have time. Number one, that's not true. Okay. We all have the same amount of time in a day, right? Everyone from the homeless guy on the street to Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, like them, love them, hate them, whatever it is, right? The point is that everyone has the same amount of time. Be a farrier, body worker, horse trainer, boarding facility, nonprofit, veterans program, it doesn't matter. You have the same amount of time as everyone else. So it's a matter of how you use that time. And if we're struggling to market, it's not because of the time that we have. It's number one, prioritizing. Okay. So if you're not marketing at all, if you're not promoting your business at all, then it's not a priority. And that has to shift, because we do a free class every Tuesday on the 3 systems to build, grow, and scale your horse businesses. And I had a trainer on there last time that got a little combative because she was like, so you're telling me that marketing is more important than my ability to get really good results in my business? And I told her, I was like, well, if you want something to get offended over, you're going to find it, but that's not what I said. Okay. I didn't say that marketing is more important than your ability to get really good results. In fact, if you can't get really good results in whatever it is, whether it's managing horses in a boarding facility, being a really good farrier and making sure you're not laming horses up, training. You guys get the point. Like if you can't get really good results, it doesn't matter how good you market, because if you market and you get a bunch of people and you deliver really crappy results, guess what you're going to have is a really bad reputation, and then it's going to be a struggle to get more clients, right? And then you're basically running a very unsustainable system, because every time you go through new clients, you're going to have to find new ones, and eventually, depending on the type of business, your reputation will supersede you, and it'll be really really tough to build that business, right? So of course you have to have really good results, and of course marketing is not more important than those results, but it is equally as important. And that's what I was sharing with her, is because you have your marketing part of your business, you have your sales part of your business, and you have your delivery part of your business. Those are the three main core pieces at the center, right? There's one on either end, right? Decisions, attraction, closing, delivery, retain, and upsell, right? But the attraction is your marketing piece. And you have to, as a business owner, get good at marketing your business. Why? Because marketing is what builds the people's awareness that you exist. It allows them to decide, do I like this person? Do I not like this person? Can I trust this person? Can I not trust this person? Which means that one of the best assumptions that we can all make in our businesses is that assume that no one knows that you exist, because they don't. Right? And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to market my business because I just don't want to, come across as salesy or whatever. It's like, no one knows you're there. If people on the very first step, if they don't know you exist, you can't help them, right? And I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but marketing is not about you. Marketing is about your customer. It's about your client. It's about your student. Marketing is about the person you're trying to reach. It's not about you. So those of you guys that struggle with, like, I struggle with self-promotion, and I see people that like to ride this highfalutin high horse on the internet, and they're like, I'm not this self-righteous person that goes around promoting myself, and I hate self-promotion. It's like, well, then you're only hurting yourself, because marketing's not about you in the first place. So when those people go to market, they actually completely focus on themselves and promoting themselves and their things, and it's all about them, and they do it for these short periods of time because they feel like they have to do it, when in fact they shouldn't do it that way at all, because number one, it's not sustainable, right? Because they hate doing it, and it's all about them, and they know that it's the wrong way to do it, right? Marketing is merely getting your message of who you help, how you help them, out into the world. That's what marketing is. Like, if you started your horse business to help horses and or to help people, right? You kind of have to do both to stay in business. If you started your horse business to do that, good news. Marketing is merely reaching the people that don't know that you exist, and letting them know that you can help them and how you can help them, right? Now, how well we convey that message, how clear we convey that message, will depend on how effective it is. But marketing, a lot of people resist the marketing because they're like, oh, I struggle with promoting my business. I struggle with promoting myself. It's like, because you're thinking about you first. Stop worrying about yourself. You and your business are merely a vehicle to go help these other horses and these other people. So focus on them. Focus on speaking to their needs, their wants, their desires, their problems, their obstacles. It's about them. You're the bridge to get them from where they are to where they want to go. But if they don't realize that you understand their problems, that you understand their desires, that you understand the struggles that they're facing, the things that they're feeling, and if they don't know that you understand the actual results that they're looking for, they'll never be able to trust you, right? Because in order to build that trust, they have to know that you exist. They have to be able to consume enough content to go, do I like this person? And they have to truly believe that you understand. There's more to this than just these three pieces, but they truly have to understand that you can help them, right? And so Without that being there, without you actually making yourself known, okay, without actually putting yourself out there, it's impossible for them to know that you exist. And so there's 4 ways that you can market your business. Okay. You can do organic content. Like that's free posting on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those places, right? You can do paid ads across those platforms. Okay. You can do partnerships or what we call affiliates. Well, in the horse industry, your partnerships or your affiliates, oftentimes it's your network, it's who you know, but it could be your veterinarian, your chiropractor, your dentist, your horse trainer, your farrier. Like it's the other complementary professionals that exist within your network that you work together to help people. So if you're a trainer, but you know a really good farrier or a really good dentist or a really good vet, right? Or vice versa, then those can be your partners. Those can be your referral systems to be able to share clients with each other. And then the last one is direct outbound. Okay? Direct messaging people. And I always tell folks, like, if you are at the very beginning of your business, or if you're at a situation where you're like, I need clients yesterday, direct outbound is the most time consuming one to do, but it's also one of the most effective ones to do because we have these things called like Facebook groups, and it's where people go. And I'm not talking about the people that go there for horse training advice or for any kind of horse advice. Like that's the worst place that you possibly could go. But the people that go there looking for recommendations for people to help them with their problems. They might go there looking for a farrier, a body worker, a boarding facility, a horse trainer, right? And there's hundreds of thousands of these groups. And just about guaranteed that there's a group that overlaps with where you exist. And you can go into those groups and you can scroll through the feed and you can find the people that are asking questions and you can reach out to them and let them know that you possibly could help them, right? And you could be a human and you could try to help them and you could try to serve them and you could do a direct outbound. And that's one of the most effective ways to do that, right? And so and I'll just give you this, like if you're really, 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 really needing clients right now, direct outbound and reaching out to partners or referrals, right? Reaching out to your network. If you've already helped previous clients and they were super, 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 super happy with the results that you got, go reach out to those people, right? And you liked working with them. Okay. Now, if they're crazy, probably don't reach out to them because you'll just get more crazy people, right? But if they're sane, really good customers, really good clients, really good students, you enjoyed working with them, they loved working with you, you could reach out to them. Okay, I'm not going to go into that whole strategy, but you can go to the people that have already had really good results and would be willing to make recommendations. They might have friends, brothers, sisters, colleagues, whoever that they might know that they could refer to you. Those two are one of the most effective. Are they time consuming? Yes, but if you need customers and you don't have enough customers, guess what you do have? Time. So you can go do that, right? But over time, we have to start to automate and systematize the 3 areas of our business: the marketing, the sales, and the delivery. We have to. Most of us as horse professionals should be and will spend most of our time in the delivery phase, delivering the results. But there's other things that have to get done in that phase that suck up a lot of time in the delivery, which is why most horse professionals lose a lot of that time. They avoid the marketing, they avoid the sales until they have to have clients, until they need to secure clients and get them to commit so they can go deliver the results. So those 3 cycles have to be addressed. You have to start automating, systematizing those processes so that way you can focus on the areas of your business that actually need you while everything else runs very smoothly and consistently. That's what we help you do with the systems in Horse Business Manager, right? So if you're like hearing this and you're like, yeah, I'm living in this stuck loop of I need clients, so I market, and then I spend the time to get them to actually commit, and I get them to commit, and then I lose all my time in delivery, and I'm so focused over there that I need more clients. 3 to 6 months later, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need more clients. So I start doing this marketing thing again, and I get stuck in this loop. I would recommend that you go to horsebusinessmanager.com and you go ahead and you click book a call. Okay. That's a business strategy call. And we will actually sit down with you, dive into your business, look at what you've got going on, and use this 5-step process to show you, like, hey, this is what we would do if you're in your shoes. And then we can show you how the tools within Horse Business Manager allow you to start to systematize and automate these things so that you can focus on the things that actually need your attention, that actually need your talent, your face, your voice, your skills, and be able to do this in a way that your business actually is running for you, and you get the consistency in there, and you don't end up in this constant knee-jerk reaction from one step to the next step to the next step, because it's a trap that every horse business owner gets stuck in at some point. The question is, are you actually going to do something to get out of it? And that's exactly what we can help you with. So I'd highly recommend, if you're listening to this, you're like, gosh, I need this in my life, go to horsebusinessmanager.com and book your strategy call. Okay. But we just covered, there's the 4 ways to market your business, right? And it's understanding that the core of this, of this episode of this video, is that marketing's not about you, it's about them, right? It's about you getting your message to the people that you are meant to be helping. And so when it comes to marketing, right, it's not that you don't have enough time, and when you realize that I need to serve people. I got into this business because I want to help horses, I want to help people. Then what can you share with them that would help them? Right? And it's honestly looking at it of like, where is it coming from? Right? Where is it coming from inside of you? Right? Because you can go, let's say, I'm going to put air quotes for you guys who are listening on the podcast, like, promote yourself so that people know that you can help them. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And guess what? People will judge you. People will make assumptions about you. But here's the thing. Be authentic. Be genuine. Be you. Be consistent. People might judge you off that one-time Facebook post, but when they see that you're actually getting high quality results, if they actually see, because you're making yourself known, that you're genuinely in this to help people, guess what? You can build a horse business. I don't know if anyone's ever told you this. You can build a horse business that actually focuses on serving people in a very genuine manner, in a very authentic way, with very high quality results, that's directly in alignment with the values that you have as a horse professional. You can do that and make a really good profit and build a sustainable business. Because when you do all of those things, you are now in the position to continue serving those horses, serving those clients, serving yourself, serving your family, serving those around you that you are responsible for taking care of for a much longer time, because it's sustainable, and in a high quality way because you're profitable and you're able to reinvest back in your business. But if no one knows that you exist, if no one knows how you can help them, if no one knows the problems that you can help them overcome, if no one knows the goals or the results that you can help them achieve, you can't help anybody. You don't have a business. Okay? And a lot of people will tell you, some of you guys might be just starting your horse business. You might be listening to this, and some people will tell you, oh, well, the hardest clients to get are your first ones. And I'm not going to say that I agree or necessarily disagree with that. Is it difficult to sometimes get your first clients? Sometimes. But it's not the hardest thing that you're going to face. I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you. There's going to be a lot more difficult things that you face down the road in building your horse business. But when you get those clients, no matter whether you're running an established business and you're like, I need more consistent demand, or you're just getting started, as you are helping people overcome the problems, as you are helping people achieve the results that they're getting, share that with your audience. Share that on your Facebook page, share it on your Instagram page, share it on your TikTok channel, share it everywhere. And this kind of goes into our marketing technique of document versus create. Share with people what you are doing, right? Share with people how you can help them. Because if you only had one client, the most extreme situation is you only have one client, right? You get that one client and you actually share, this is where they started. These are the obstacles that they faced going through to get to the solution. This is the result that was achieved. And you focus on how can you communicate that in the most effective way possible. You can reach more people that go, wow, he or she helped that horse overcome that problem. My horse is facing a similar problem. Or, oh, wow, my horse doesn't have that problem, but has this problem. I wonder if they can help me with that problem. Right? We're in the business of solving people's problems. We're in the business of helping people get the results that they want to achieve. People have to know that at the core. It's not very complicated. Okay? But the most critical thing that we have to do as business owners is to get ourselves out of the middle of it. We're just a bridge. We're just a vehicle. It's not about us. It's about them. And it's that Zig Ziglar quote. I'm going to paraphrase this, but it's like, if you help enough people get what they want in life, you will have more than you can ever imagine or ever dream of having in your own life, right? And what do we want as business owners? We want to make an income. We want to make a living. We want to enjoy what we're doing. Well, how do we get those things? By helping enough horses, by helping enough people get what they want in life. We can generate profit. We can generate opportunities. We can generate really cool experiences and all the things that we want to have. We can give our kids cool things. We can have an amazing Christmas for our spouse. Like we can go on vacation. We can do all of these other things, these goals or whatever it is that you're like, I would like to be able to do this. Your business is your vehicle to build that life, to get that freedom. We are meant for freedom as entrepreneurs. Okay. You're not called to be shackled. You're not called to be stuck. Okay. And there's a lot of I'm going to hit on this. This is a little bit off topic, but I'm going to hit on this for you guys that are here because there's a lot of mindsets that keep people stuck. Okay. We're meant to be free. And with that freedom, with that time freedom, with that financial freedom that we are able to generate through our business, we're called to go serve people. We're called to go help people. Right? We're called to help the horses and the people that are put on our path. Right? That's what we're meant to be doing. Right? So it's not just like we generate time freedom and financial freedom and then we just stop. No, because then that stuff disappears, right? That's why business owners are such a critical part, because you take that time, you take that money and you reinvest it back in your business. And we all know that we do this within our business, right? But it's just reminding ourselves that it's a continuous focus on how can I serve those that I'm called to serve at a higher and better level. And in order to serve them, I have to be able to communicate to them, right? And that's absolutely critical, okay? So some of you guys, and like I said, I don't have time to go into all this. This video would be hours long, which is why we break these down into videos. A lot of how we go about doing that is within the branding process of really isolating who is your dream client, who is the perfect person that you are meant to be serving, right? And what type of horses do they have? What type of goals do they have? What type, like I've mentioned a lot of the things that we have to make decisions around, that we have to get clarity around, which, as I said, is decisions, right? That's the very first step of our 5-step horse business builders process, right? It's decisions first. Everything that needs to happen in our business starts with a decision, right? So when we're talking about marketing, if you struggle with marketing, you might need to make some critical decisions about prioritizing, right? I need to make a decision that I am going to prioritize creating some content so that way I can start to generate some momentum, some attention, because then with the attention, right, I've already mentioned the 4 steps of how to get people, but then there's another 4 steps of get the attention, keep the attention, which is what we help you do with Horse Business Manager, nurture the attention, which is what we help you with Horse Business Manager, and direct the attention, which is what we help you with Horse Business Manager, right? You still have to go get the attention on social media, right? Now, we can help you schedule your content. We can help you get the attention through lead magnets. We can help you nurture the attention through email, text messages, continuous social media content. And then we can help you direct that attention which is directing it to the next step, which is the sales process, which is a whole nother video. But like I said, we can take you through that process of what it would look like in your business if you book a call with us. If on Horse Business Manager, you can book that call. You can book a strategy call. You'll pick the day and the time that works best for you, fill out a quick form, and then we can sit down with you and actually help you map this stuff out in your business, so that way you have the strategies, you have the tools, and you have the support that you need to be able to, so that you can focus on serving the horses, the clients, and the students that you're meant to be serving, right? So let me know if this video is helpful for you guys. If you want more like it, you can join the Free Horse Business Builders community. We will help you however we possibly can. And there's no way I can make one single video just on marketing and cover all of it. But hopefully this helps you guys start to hit the tip of the iceberg. Go create some content. If you need clients right now, go do direct outbound. Reach out to those referrals, those partners, those people that you've helped in the past that can help drive some clients your way. And then remember that you've got to get the attention, you got to keep the attention, you got to direct the attention, or nurture the attention and direct the attention. And so with that being said, y'all, really appreciate you being here. Hit that subscribe button, like, follow, leave a comment, let us know what you took away. If you got further questions, let us know. I use your questions to create these videos, and we'll see you guys inside the Horse Business Builders community. And I hopefully look forward to talking with you on a strategy call here real soon.